Hey everybody, and welcome into this new video. In today's tutorial, let's take a look at how we can create some digital planners inside Adobe Photoshop and actually sell that into Etsy. So if you have or not have an Etsy account, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about being a professional creative artist because we are not going to do so much things in here. Actually, it's really easy to start. So you don't have to worry. Let's begin. Now, first of all, what I need to do is to enable here. I want to open my Photoshop. And now that I'm in here, I want to first go into create new. And here we have some saved photo, print, art, illustration, and more. If you focus your look into the web section, as you can see, here's the web small, MacBook 13, iMac, web minimum. I want to focus here. I want to really focus into the art and illustration, because into the art and illustration, we can choose whether that will be from a poster or a postcard. Now, since this one is a digital planner, the orientation is going to be already vertical. And if you go into the photo or the print section, I'm going to choose, for example, art and illustration. I want to stick around with some pixels and the height, right? So in here, I want to choose 1080, and here I want to choose 19. The resolution, I'm going to leave it like that. Now, as you can see, here's my image. You can always go into the view section. So you can view the look guides and the rulers. So what I want to do is to focus here first on my design here. So first of all, what I want to do is to go back into Etsy. As you can see, I'm into my account. If you don't have an account, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to leave you a link down below in the description, guys, so you can have your account totally for free and you can start selling your stuff. If you create your account for the first time, you're going to see that your Etsy looks like this. So if you go in here, you can go into get started so you can create your store. If you already clicked into that, you might see that there's this icon of this tool. You can click in there and it's going to be sending you into the listing section. So what you guys want to do first of all is to verify your account, and after that, now it's going to be allowing you to make some listing in order for continuing into Etsy. If you tap into the Google Digital Planner, you're going to see that there are a few. I'm going to go into images that we don't want to copy paste. We don't want to take some inspiration, for example, right? So here's a digital planner, printable, right? We want to create a digital planner. So as you can see, this actually looks interesting for me. I want to see the content of this ideas, right? So I'm going to scroll down. If you don't have this application, I can give you a 7-day free trial of the Adobe Creative Cloud, and you can start creating your own designs only for 7 days. And if you like the application, you can download, you can buy it. If you don't like it, then you can unsubscribe. But actually, you might be already got it, your digital sellers ready, so it's a win-win. So I'm gonna leave those down below in the description, and now we continue. What I want to do and focus here is into a new layer. As you can see, here is my new tab. Now in here we have the layer number 1. I want to enable this one. I want to create another layer, and in here what I want to do is to create, I want to zoom this just a little bit. I want to choose my brush. As you can see, it's right in here, or you can choose B. And what I want to do is to choose the color, or I want to make my digital planner. So I'm going to choose, let's say, for example, this option, go into OK. And in here, I want to increase the size of my brush, right? So either you can brush that, or you can use the fill tool. If you don't see it right in here, it's going to be appearing in here, the paint bucket tool. It's the same option. I mean, you can select the paint bucket tool, select the color, and do this. What I want to do here is to create some patterns. I mean, for the resources of Photoshop, when you have the application, are not so much. So what I do in order for having much more things is to go into Google and tap some into brushy. I look for free brushes for Photoshop, and here I look for some patterns, and here you have this pattern. If you double click it, it's going to be opened up into Photoshop. Here I can see my brushes. So I kind of download out some moons. So I'm going to go with the first one. For example, I kind of like this one, right? So after that, I'm going to choose a color. So let's say, for example, that I want to choose this color, the same one, but a little bit more darker. Now I just need to tap once. Now in here, here's my pattern. So if I want to mess around with the colors, if I want to mess around with the design, I can totally do that. You don't have to do too much. If I don't want to create a pattern and do exactly the same process that I just did with the moon, what I can do is to look, for example, into Google for stars in the universe. Can be related into what I want to look for, I want to do. So if, for example, I kind of like this one, I'm going to copy this image and I'm going to paste it right in here. So now that we have here our hardcover, what you can do is to copy and paste the same process. I'm going to go into new. Alright, so let me show you something really interesting and great. I'm going to go and create a new layer. If I want to add, for example, like a character, and I paste this, for example, I paste this from Google, and I want to resize that, and I want to get rid of this background, what I can do is to select in here into my selection tool. I want to select my magic wand tool, and here's going to be dropping me the background. So I just need to delete that, deselect, and we are good to go. I want to export this as a PNG file, or you can choose the format of JPG, 100% of quality, and you can export all of them. Now let's go back into Etsy. Now that you are ready to create your listing, you want to choose to add a photo. Now in here is really important, guys, that you make some mockups. If you don't know how to make mockups, actually it's really easy, and you can always go, for example, into something a little bit more easy and totally for free. In our case, it's called Canva. Now in here, I'm going to create a new design, and I want to choose something like a little square so I can add in here my image for my main listing, right? So I'm going to post in here something just square. I'm going to hit into the element section, and what I want to go is to scroll down until I find some kind of frames in here. So I want to take a look in here. This mockup, this is a mockup, guys. So what I want to do is to fit my mockup, and then what I want to do is to upload in here the logo of Etsy, so this can be looking much more professional. So here it is, Etsy. Now what I want to do is to upload the file that I just created here. So I'm going to go back into my desktop. I'm going to choose my hardcover, and in here I want to choose the NASA option, right? So this is how it's going to be looking that. Now that it's ready, I want to download this image, go back into Etsy, and select my current photo, which is this one. So there you have it, guys. You can just take your time to actually do some research about your category, your colors, your height, your orientation, and all that. You can always try to be really creative here into Photoshop. I mean, I took a little time, I took a little while to do this, but once you start from one image, you actually create a template, so you don't have to miss a lot of time. You don't have to mess around with more images, because we've part from just one created template, and we've done actually everything in just one template. So let me know if you have any question down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, guys. And once again, I'm going to leave you a link down below for Etsy and for Photoshop as well, Adobe Creative Cloud, so you can get your 7 days free trial of this great application of Photoshop, just in case you don't have that. And well, hopefully I can see you next time.